Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to do another episode of PowerWash Simulator. We're doing the Alice's Adventures DLC for the game. I've done the first two. I did them in a live stream. And now we're doing the Mad Hatter. So let's jump in. I'm so excited. I love PowerWash. Love it. It is my go-to game. So, the key to a good cup of tea is to always put the milk in first. See, I don't put milk in my tea. And I should. I didn't even think about putting sugar in my tea for quite a while. Then the butter, then the eggs, and finally the ham. Oh, what a wonderful tea that shall be. So yeah, normally I play this game when I have a migraine, which is quite often. Would you like one lump or two? I get a lot of migraines. I have a lot of health issues, unfortunately. So this is my jam, man. This is one of my favorite games. I absolutely love it. And I'm so grateful for them coming out with new DLC to keep the game, you know, fresh and new content for us that has had this game from the get-go, you know. Just totally stoked. And I love, who doesn't love Alice in Wonderland anyways? I mean, but I especially do. So I'm very, very grateful. And yeah, I believe that I will link it, do a link of the live in the description of this video, so that if you haven't watched it, if you weren't with me when we did the live, then you can always watch it if you want to. It'll be easier to find, but if I forget, which that's quite liable to happen, it'll be listed on my under my lives on the channel. Where am I missing? Up underneath. There it is. But yeah, I don't know, this game has just always been, you know, my jam, my slow down kind of way to relax. I don't smoke anymore. I quit smoking, so, you know, the stress tends to stack up a little bit higher now. I think. I feel anyways. So, I play this game a little bit more than I probably should. Let's see, can I get down lower? No. I will, I'm one of those, I'll go back and I'll play the old content. It's not a problem with me. I'll be like, it's been a month. I can go back now. Kind of like I watch Supernatural. I'll just randomly restart a binge session on it. And they're like, okay, I might have forgot one or two parts of it, so it's time to watch it again. The way I am with this game. And I think this is one of the few games that I do this with. That I will consistently play pretty much forever, probably. 7 Days to Die, of course. I'm not big on all the zombie killing, slaying crap, except 7 Days to Die. That is one that I will play, and I'm fine with it. I've always been okay with 7 Days to Die. I don't know why. I got over 700 hours in that game, and I can see myself getting in the thousands with that game. It is definitely one of my jams as well. Alright. Let's stand up. And no, let's leave that. We'll spin it. But yeah, I love to play games. I don't really have a particular genre of games. I will play casual, cozy games. I will play, like I said, 7 Days to Die. Games like that. Perfectly fine with it. It just depends on if the game is right for me or not. If I'm comfortable playing it. Some games, I feel they make it too hard to be enjoyable for my tastes. So I don't even bother. I'll play them for a little bit and I'm like, nah. I'm over that. What am I jumping on? Oh, it's clinking like the glass. Oh, I see. Because it's a tea set. Goofy, goofy girl. So, yeah, I have a 12-year-old autistic daughter who has ADHD and autism. She's a wonderful child. She's very special. She loves everyone, especially my community, my YouTube channel community here. She loves my people. She's a good kid. She gets to be a little bit rowdy and mouthy. She also has oppositional defiant disorder. A lot. She's got a lot going on. Anxiety, borderline schizophrenia. Just a lot. So she's pretty much my number one focus is her and her happiness and all that jazz. So whenever she gets settled and good, then that leaves mommy time to do what I want to do. It's like I had to take a whole year off of making videos because, you know, we moved and it was a disaster. She was so unsettled and just, I don't know, she was really struggling with the move. I couldn't record, I couldn't do anything. She wouldn't let me out of her sight. And so now she's settled down. She's good. She's really good. So I get to do my thing again, which makes me happy. I love doing this. I love making videos. I love meeting people on here and chatting and giving people something to watch and enjoy, hopefully. A lot of my viewers, you know, they don't have a lot to do, and this is one of their things they look forward to, are the videos to watch and the streams where they can chit chat with everybody and just have a good time, get along and socialize. You know, some of them don't get out, and this is their only chance to really socialize with the outside world, is through the streams and the communities and stuff that they've joined. And I love it. I love that I'm possibly helping people out, making them feel good. That makes me feel great. Makes me very thankful to be able to do this kind of stuff. I'm a pretty frickin' bad introvert. I don't like the thought of going out. I don't like, I don't know. I will go out and do things. It's not that I won't. I dread it. If I know that I've got to go do something, out in the real world, it'll eat away at me. I'll stress and stress over it till I make myself almost physically sick. And that's just the way it is. My little girl wanted fireworks. And she wanted to go to the parade in town and all this. And I don't like saying no, and you know, I do it enough as it is. I can't do a lot of things, so I have to tell her a no a lot. Because where I'm a introvert, she's an extrovert. And we collide a lot. So she wanted to go see the fireworks and stuff, and so I had to suck it up. I just had to suck it up. And it made me so sick stressing over it that I couldn't hardly even enjoy myself. It was bad. It was horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved it. I love fireworks. I love the whole concept of watching the fireworks and the big booms and the excitement. It's just the people. There was so many people, and I felt like they were staring at me and I wasn't good enough, and just felt very bad, odd. And especially, you know, when I stress out about it, it's like it hits my stomach. And so having to get up and go to the bathroom a lot because I was so stressed just put me in more stress because I felt like everybody was staring at me because I was going to the bathroom. It was awful. It was so bad. So bad. I mean, I would have been perfectly content to just do fireworks at home. She wouldn't have. So I did it. And we went to the parade. And the parade wasn't that bad. My biggest anxiety was her because she is so extroverted. I was afraid that she would run out in the, you know, the parade traffic and get hurt or something. But she did really well. She got a little excited and had to explain a few times, you know, but she did really good. She did better than I did. Of course. What is this? The chain? Okay, that's just the table. But, yeah. The little town that we live in is a quaint little town. I did a video. I've got it posted on my channel as well of our little parade for our town. And Bella, she was good. She got up once or twice. She tends to kind of like zone out. She gets in her own little world. I remember at one point she was talking to some stranger that she had just met, a little girl. She was like, "This is my best friend in the whole world." Well, she was talking to this little girl, and then she just kind of like zoned out, started staring up at the sky, and took off walking. I was like, "Bella, Bella, where are you going, Bella?" That's the kind of stuff that we have to look out for. Oh, I can't get that. Nope. Because she will completely just zone the frick out. Be like, "See you later, bye." Where am I missing on that spoon? Oh, up underneath there. There it is. But, yeah, in the video, you can kind of see a little bit of it. She doesn't do it very often, so it's not like a huge deal. You know, some of the kids with her issues, they'll just like straight up what is it called? Run, like they're runners. They'll just take off and take off running, and you got to chase them and crap and pray they don't get run over or kidnapped. She's not like that, but she is the type that she don't really have stranger danger. Now, she is 185,000% mama's baby. Even though she's 12 years old, she is mama's girl. And if she can't see mama, she's going to start freaking. Which is great. But she can't, when she's out in public, she can't really lose track of mama or she's going to go crazy. After she realizes what she's done, of course. First 10 minutes being with her new best friend of whoever the heck she's talking to, then she'll be like, oh, I forgot mama. Where's mama? And then she freaks. So, I gotta watch her real close. I really do. Just for her own safety. This is gonna be a pain in the buttocks. I'm gonna work on this, I think. Let's see. We're only at 12%. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna work on this and I'll bring you guys right back. Alrighty, so I think I got those teacups done mostly. Don't have that one. Yeah. Let me see if I can get up there. Ooh, can't hit it from there. That's the bad thing. Some of these you just can't. You can't get them. You have to like almost do the monkey jump. But anyways, that's done. This is done. Those are done. That saucer is not done. I need to go cook some food. I'm hungry. I have no idea what I want to eat. I've got to order some groceries. Oh my gosh, food is so freaking expensive. I'm craving beef. I am such a carnivore. I could eat steak every day. I know. Such a expensive taste. But I could. I love chicken too, but right now I'm burnt out on chicken. That's about the only thing I can afford is chicken constantly. Oh, sad. Beef is so obnoxiously just jacked up. There's really no excuse for it anymore, except they've gotten away with charging that much, and they're going to continue to do so. And that sucks. Sure does. The economy is just jacked. It's awful. And to hear these quackpots out there saying that this is the best economy, kiss my grits. That's a lie. That's a frickin' frackin' lie. This economy blows. I don't know what it's gonna take to fix it, but something needs to fix it because it's awful. It is horrible. Horrible, horrible. I can't even, you know, think about buying ground beef. It's awful. It is awful. Go into Walmart just to buy a pack of toilet paper and you will see the economy is not quite right. I don't understand these people that don't see it. Maybe the rich people don't want to see it. And maybe it doesn't affect them. But the common person, it really affects us. It really does. I mean, Bella Boo, she's a pretty picky little eater. She's got to have her special little pizzas, her little pizza pockets, her special drinks and stuff like that. Because a lot of these autistic children, when they like find a food that they become obsessed with, it's a fight. It is a battle for them to not have that food. And with an economy like this, you can't afford all the little specialty stuff. Thank goodness some of the store brand is almost close enough that I can trick her into stuff. But there for a while, all she wanted was that Downables yogurt. That's all she wanted. I mean, it got to the point where she wouldn't even hardly eat real food. You know, that's all she would eat. And so, and they got where they were pretty freaking expensive too. And so I tricked her a couple of times and I started trying to put the Yoplait in there. And I don't know, I think it was the strawberry banana. It tasted a lot like the strawberry banana of her little Downables yogurt. And tricked her. And then until she got over it, you know, and she wasn't so obsessed with it, I didn't have to buy that expensive crap. Which, you know, the Yoplait is pretty expensive, but you get a lot more for it in each package, and I can find coupons for that. So it was easier. It was just easier on me. And that's the way it is with her food. A lot of her foods. I do know that some of the companies, you know, if you reach out to them and explain, you know, you have an autistic child and they've hyper-focused on your food products only. You know, sometimes they'll send you little promotions, little coupons or whatever. Or they'll just kind of like work with the store to help make sure that they're in stock more often. But you know, I don't like to ask for handouts. I don't like even needing handouts in any way, so I don't do that. I don't ask for that. I thought about it with the Milo sweet tea. I did. I was like, oh, that stuff's so expensive. And I try to make tea and it's not good enough. A lot. It's just not good enough. Oh well. But I would like to make a really good vegetable soup. Like with fresh vegetables, not that canned vegetable medley crap. And some good cubed beef. I think that would be delicious. If I can catch some good beef on sale. I just cringe at paying $15 a pound for frickin' beef. It's ridiculous. It's awful. Ground beef isn't much better. It's just everything is so expensive. And it's like, oh, I love to make beef Manhattan, which is basically like a roast. It's a chuck roast and, you know, just beef roast. And you shred it up. But this is how I do mine anyways. I shred it up and slow cook it and shred it up. And then I'll put it on 2 slices of sourdough bread, and then mashed potatoes and brown gravy. Just smear it all on there. It's like open-faced roast beef sandwiches, basically. But I've always called them beef Manhattans. It's so freaking good. I just gag at the thought of buying the beef. I really do. Now, my family, we're Native American, so, you know, it's nothing for us to eat venison. And to me, venison is pretty close to beef, you know. It's not, it's got that gamey taste, you know, it's sometimes a little fatty, yeah, kind of. Got a particular texture to it. But it's close to beef. And last year, my mom and dad had a deer processed for me and gave me the whole deer. And I had it in my freezer. So we've been slowly eating on that deer meat, and now it's all gone. So I'm looking at the harsh reality of having to buy frickin' beef now. Oh, it sucks. It really does. I don't know. I want to just bite the bullet and do it. Because I really, really, really want to cook with beef again. But it's everything. I mean, in fairness, it's everything. I don't know. I used to bargain shop a lot. I would use clip coupons and all that. And like, I have Ibotta, where, you know, they kind of like pay you back when you buy stuff a little bit. Or a percentage. What the shiitake was that? And, you know, like the Walgreens card and all that. You know, I'd kind of build up stuff that way and do some coupon shopping where you spend enough and you get stuff for free, or you can use your points on the other stuff. But I stopped doing that. And when you stop, you get behind on the latest techniques and the latest things, and I don't have subscriptions of the coupons coming in no more. Stuff like that. It's just a big inconvenience. But now's the freaking time to be doing that. I wish now I never would have stopped. 'Cause it sure is a horrible time to be paying full retail. I really would have liked to have bought a calf and raised it up. It would have been hard with Bella, though, I've got to say. She would have got emotionally attached. And sorry for all you vegans that don't eat meat. I am a meat eater. And so it doesn't affect me. Being raised Native American, it's pretty much, you know, that's food. That's, yeah, it might be a sweet cow with big eyes and all that, but no, that's food. That's life or death, in my opinion. I don't agree with whichever ones eats dogs and horses, you know, but to each their own. Just, yeah, nasty. Did I get that? Nope. Now we've got it. If you look up at the top where that 27% is, it'll also have the name of whatever you're looking at. And like this has got the little white on it. This doesn't. That means this one is done. But this isn't. So I need to look around and find where it isn't. I think we found where it isn't. Now it's done. And I kind of like to just go around like this and look. Anyway, so just one of my little tippity doodahs. It's just easier for me to kind of look as I'm going through. There's some people who are like, la la la, let's do this, let's do this. Let's go way over here and do that one and then come back and do this one. No, I have to pick a lane and kind of stay in it. And then I kind of check. Because even then, I'm still coming back. I mean, I'm still going to have missed something that I need to come back for. But if I'm just running through here, helter-skelter, yeah, that's not going to end well for me. It'll take me forever to figure out what I missed. And hear my little puppy crunching on his dog food beside me. I got a little corgi. His name is Leo. He's a stinker. He's just a baby pup. And he is adorable, but he is rotten and mean. And he's a pretty bad boy. He likes to go outside and play, but he don't like to potty outside. So, you know, that's got to get sorted. I am not dealing with that. And then also we have an Australian Shepherd. Well, it's actually, she's like a blue heeler, but she's brindle. She's beautiful and she's so sweet. And her name is Bailey. She's a shelter dog. We found her at the shelter. When we got her, she was 4 years old and she'd been in the shelter more than half her life. So normally when a dog has been in a shelter for so long, it's pretty much the end of the road for them, because if they don't put them down, you know, then the dog is so acclimated to that environment that when you put them out in the regular, you know, houses and with people, they don't do so hot. So I was really worried about her. And she's still pretty different as far as dogs go. She's scared of every single thing. Everything's a new experience for her. I mean, her life at the shelter, I guess, was just stay in that little cage and not really get out and do a whole lot of anything. Maybe go out and play every now and then when they let her, but about it. She's scared of everything. She's scared of outside. She's scared of noises. She's scared of lights. She's scared. I scare her when I just cough, and she don't know it's coming. She jumps. So I nicknamed her Bailey Fife, like Barney Fife. But she's a good girl. With her being brindle, I had a lot of reservations. I was like, I think she's got some pit in her, and if she does, you know, it's not going to be good with Bella being autistic, because she is one of those dog manglers. She will love a dog literally to death. She will strangle a dog squeezing them. And I was like, well, I don't want this dog to end up going vicious and hurting Bella while Bella's trying to, you know, love it and squeeze it and call it George. But she's been pretty freaking good. She's pretty lenient with Bella. And you would think she'd just be happy to get the affection. She's not. It terrifies her. I mean, she'll be wagging her tail, and you can see that she's so happy that she's getting attention while you're talking to her. But the closer you walk to her, that tail slows down. And then you get up close to her, and she'll stop. She'll just stop wagging her tail altogether. And she just looks at you with these big eyes like, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. And, you know, I'm kind of scared to get in her face. But not Bella. Oh, not Bella. She's like, oh, you want lovin's? You want some lovin's? And she's all over her. And then Bailey's looking at me like, help me, save me. So I don't think she's violent per se. But that's the thing with dogs. You never know when they're going to, how shall we say it, lose it? You never know. Hopefully not. Because she's a good girl. And Leo was actually our neighbor's dog. Oh, shoot. They have little kids, and I don't know the story, but it's like they constantly have a dog. And so, one day, I was outside doing something, and I seen the neighbor's dog, just on the other side of us. They have this little white, I don't even know what kind of dog it is. Okay, well, Bella was playing her game. It's almost like one of those Spuds McKenzie kind of dogs. I don't know what they're called. But that's about the size, and it's a white dog like that. I seen it come walking up the road, and I seen something little black something walking beside it. I'm like, what the crap is that? Is that a baby kitten? And I'm trying to look. And I hear a car. And I'm like, oh God, get it out of the road. Get it out of the road. And, you know, luckily the dog walked out of the road and the little black thing followed. But they had got to where I couldn't see what it was. I was like, oh, maybe it was a kitten. I was like, that's so cute, a little kitten following that white dog. And so I started thinking about it, and I was like, that really didn't act like a kitten. Why would a kitten be following a little dog? And so I start doing investigating, and I get out there, and I wait and wait and look, and finally here they come walking again. And it was a little tiny puppy. And like my shoe is like a size 7.5. I don't have the biggest feet in the world. And this dog was smaller than even my shoe. It was, I don't know. It was the tiniest little dog I think I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, what in the absolute blank is this dog doing out here? And when I first seen it, I couldn't get close to it. You know, it was in the neighbors' yards and stuff, and walking with that white dog who I don't like. He's a yapper, and I'm afraid he would bite me. And so I start thinking, I'm like, it looks like a little Yorkie. And it goes running, and then one morning it's out in our yard. I guess the little white dog was out there. And so the little Yorkie dog, as I called it, was out there too. And the white dog took off running when I opened up the door. And the little puppy started running too. And I was like, stop, wait. And the little puppy stopped. And I looked at it, and it was looking back at me, and I was like, come here, baby. And that puppy was like, you could see that it was kind of scared. And it come over to me, and I picked it up, and I was like, oh my God, it was the tiniest little thing I ever seen in my life. And I told Dreas, I was like, I think something is going on here. I think maybe the neighbor's dog keeps getting out somehow. Maybe the kids are letting it out before they go to school. But this little tiny dog is going to get killed in the road or stolen. And so he went to school with the neighbors, you know, so he knows the whole family pretty much and everything. And so he calls her or leaves her a message and says, you know, your little dog's out. This lady tells us that, yeah, they put it out. And I'm just like, oh. I'm like, what? This tiny little, I mean, we're talking like, it looked like teacup size. And that's effing tiny. This tiny little baby puppy, and they put it out on purpose. And so my family lives in Tennessee. And we were getting ready to leave when all this stuff come down, when I actually seen it the first time and everything. And this was just like a matter of days. I know I'm making it sound like it was a long time. It wasn't. It was days in between when I first seen it. And so when I left, or when we were getting ready to pack up and leave to go see my family, I was like, you know what? I hope I don't see that dog out in the road. I was like, because you know what? If I see that tiny baby out here in the road, it's going to Tennessee with me. And I'll leave it up there with a good family that I know that would take care of this dog. So yes, I was about to steal somebody's freaking dog. I know that's awful, but I would rather have done that than see that tiny baby killed in the road. So, of course, I didn't see the little puppy anywhere. Which is probably a good thing. But I worried about it. I was like, oh, that little puppy's going to get out when we're gone and get killed. But, no. Anyways, it didn't end up like that. We got back home from going up there and seeing my family. And, you know, I think it was the next day after we got home, Bella seen the little puppy, and she was crying. She was like, oh, Mama, that tiny baby. I was like, I know, Bella. She was like, it's going to get killed in the road. I'm like, probably so. Best not get attached to it because it's not ours, and it's going to end up demolished in that road because they drive really fast on this little back road. And so I think it was the next day, the little puppy come over in the yard, and Bella fell in love and wanted it and kept crying. Well, I told her, don't get attached to it. Leave it alone. Don't call it over here either when it's out in the road because, you know, I just didn't want her to get attached to that dog. I knew it was going to get killed. And so I get up. I think it was later that second day after she seen the dog. And I had let her go outside and play, and she always makes me nervous when she's outside. Normally, every 2 minutes, Mama, Mama, I heard a noise. I'm like, you're fine. 5 minutes later, Mama, 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 I heard a noise. There's something coming out to get me. And I'm like, nope, you're fine. Mama, Mama, I think there's a rocket or something coming. I'm like, nope, you're fine. Well, about 15 minutes went by with nothing. And I'm like, ugh, what is going on? This ain't right. Something is wrong. So I kind of like just sneak over there to the door and I kind of look out and I see her. She's just sitting there off in the, I say the woods, but it's really not. It's like the tree line. And she don't go but maybe 3 steps into it. So it's not like the woods or anything. She was just sitting there playing. And I'm like, okay, she's fine. She's fine. And 15, 20 minutes go by again and she hasn't come in. I'm like, This is making me very uncomfortable. And so I sneak over there and I look again. And this time when I look, she's sitting there singing, but she's holding her sweater in her hand and she's just sitting there in her little bra. I'm like, what the crap? So I walk over there and I'm like, Bella, put your clothes back on. What are you doing? She's like, nothing. I'm like, Bella, what have you got in that sweater? She's like, oh, Mommy, I just wanted to hold her. She had that puppy. I guess she had called that puppy over the whole entire time. She'd been out there loving on that puppy. And I'm like, oh my God. And this was during the middle of the day. The neighbors across the road, they were, I guess, gone to work. The kids were at school. I was like, God dang it. Fine. I was like, you can play with the puppy if you want, but, you know, I'm very uncomfortable now with you being outside. So bring the puppy inside for a little bit and you can play with it. And then we'll just have Dreas take it home when they get home. And she's like, okay. I knew I was starting something. I couldn't refuse her the little lovin's, you know. So she brings the dog in and she puts it in her bedroom and they play and she's just laughing, and then it, you know, you can hear the school bus go and they drop off the kids, and then it's about time for the parents and everything to come home, and I'm like, ugh, Bella, the doggy's got to go home now. No, Mommy. And I'm like, ah, crap. But, so, yeah. He walks the little doggy home. And he tells her, you know, now, my girlfriend, he should have just said she's a little bit psycho, but he didn't. He was like, she was really worried about this dog because it's been out in the road a lot and everything. And, you know, that's just dangerous for a tiny little dog like this. And she said that they had put the dog out because the dog had worms. So, like, son of a blank, blank, blank. I was like, what in the crap? I just let my kid play with this freaking wormy dog. But she said they had treated it and everything, and just kept it out because it was more convenient. It cried at night because it's a baby. It was a tiny baby. I think at that time it was 10 weeks old or something. It was just a freaking baby. And so he was like, okay, well, whatever. So he left the dog, and, you know, Bella, brokenhearted, cried and cried. Well, then the next day, sure as shit, that dog was outside in the road again. And I was like, God, I cannot let this dog get killed. I thought about calling the, you know, Humane Society, honestly. Be like, there's a stray little dog running up and down this road, and I'm afraid it's going to get killed. And then let them do some explaining. Which you don't do that to your neighbors. I know. I know. I'm psycho when it comes to animals. So, anyways. We didn't do that. It was out again, and Bella had ran out there. And at this point, you know, I was like, okay, I'm going to nip it in the bud. No more playing with that dog. This goes on for about a week, and Bella's getting more and more attached to it, sneaking around out there, hollering at it, trying to call it to her. Of course, the little frickin' dog just comes running. We notice the neighbor kids don't even play with it. It's just frickin' awful. Yeah, I was so mad at everything. The circumstances that I let myself let Bella play with it and get attached. Everything. And so their dad, his dad, ended up taking the puppy over one night, and nobody was home. It was like dark out, and this little puppy was out on the frickin' road, and nobody was home. And so he found an old phone cord or something that they had laying on their porch, and he kind of like tied the dog to it. You know, he made sure it wasn't going to get hurt or anything, but he tied it on the porch so that it wouldn't get out on the road and get killed at night, especially. And So we called the next morning to make sure that they got the dog and everything. And it was like, yeah, we seen that it was tied up there. It did something to their porch. It clawed something or did something. And she almost, to me, acted like they were a little bit pissy about it. I mean, that's a heck of a lot nicer than I would have handled it, I gotta tell you. But he went over there and he was talking to him. He was like, yeah, your dog come back again. And I was like, take this freaking dog back over to the neighbors. I don't want it back over here again. And I was like, if they're not going to take care of it, tell them that we're going to take their dog. So he went over there and he said, I'm just going to tell you, my girlfriend, she's really liking this dog and everything. And the woman was like, well, I was just about to post on Facebook to give it away. It was like freaking, oh. And he come back over. He was like, I just wanted to check with you. He's like, I probably don't need to, but she's going to give the dog away. I'm like, go get our dog. So that's how we got Leo Copernicus. And he become ours. We took him straight to the vet, I think, the next day to get him checked. Make sure the worms were all gone. There were no worms. So that we got really lucky on that. I don't even know if he ever really did have the worms. Or if that was just her reasoning for throwing the dog out because it was whining. Puppies are going to do that. They'll whine and cry at night. That's just what they do. But he was fine. He got a good, clean bill of health. And he's still to this day wants to go running in that freaking road, though. It's like because they let him just have free reign, he thinks that it's safe to run in the road. So we have to take him out on a leash. And training this dog anything is like freaking pulling teeth. He is the most stubborn little butthole I've ever seen. He's cute, though. So yeah, that's how we ended up with Leo. Mommy almost doggy napped him, but it ended up being, fate that he ended up with us. So, and he's very well taken care of. Too well. He's spoilt rotten. But he's alive, and he made it. And now they had what are those, golden retriever dogs? I think they got 2 little baby puppies of golden retrievers, and now I think there's only 1 left. And now there's like 6 dogs that hang out over there. Ugh. I don't know. But I got our baby, so I'm okay with that. I don't go outside much anymore. So I don't care. He goes out on his leash so all them freaking dogs over there can't lure him back over across the road. But yeah. Those are our 2 animals. I would love a cat. I'm not gonna lie. I would love a kitty. But right now I'm pretty content with all this lovin's. Got all them Bailey Fife lovin's. And Copernicus. That's a lot of lovin's. Alrighty, y'all. This has been just about an hour, so I am going to break this into 2 sections. And, or 2 episodes. And I am going to end it right here. And I will bring you guys back for another episode where we finish it off. Give you something to look forward to. I hope y'all enjoy this. I thoroughly enjoyed chewing your ears off. So if you did, leave me a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Bye.